Going back to 7th grade is a little odd for a senior in college. Luckily, I won't be enrolled as a student. This spring semester, I was over at County West Hill Magnet School, middle school in New Haven. My role at the school was to be a science mentor for 7th grade students. On my first official day at the school, I had mixed emotions. I was a little anxious because I was in a new territory and because I didn't know how the students would react by my presence. Some of my thoughts were, what if they don't want me in their classroom? What if they refuse my help? Those were some of the internal challenges I dealt with, but I soon reminded myself I had nothing to worry about. Prior to County, I worked as a camp counselor for 4 years at the YMCA. Based on my experience, I know how to work with children, and I understand the needs of children. I reminded myself that this shouldn't be anything different. The first few classes were a little rocky because the students and I were trying to get to know each other. I tried to learn the names of the students so I could interact with them better and build a connection as well. My responsibility as a science mentor was to help students understand their in-class assignments. At the beginning of class, students had a learning target which helped them stay on task. I would walk around the classroom to see how they were doing. I would ask the students if they are confused about the assignment and if I could clarify anything. Some students would say no, which was hard to comprehend because I was there to help. I realized that these students wanted to be left alone and do the assignment on their own. There were some students who did shyly accept my help, but a lot of the times I felt like I was bothering the student. I backed off and let the students approach me. As a science mentor, I learned to be mindful about the students' learning style. The majority of my time was spent in the classroom. I made sure students stayed on task, and if Ms. Clayton, the teacher and my mentor, wasn't readily available, I made sure the students knew that I could help them as well. Eventually, as time passed and my consistency being in the classroom, students began to open up. This was a pivotal moment during my experience. Students were not timid around me, and in fact, some students joked around with me, of course at appropriate times. Another pivotal moment in my experience was when students were eager to ask for my help. I felt like as a science mentor, I had made some valuable connections with my students. Students really cared about their work, and they really cared about getting my feedback, which was very flattering. But I also was taken back. Being in the classroom with 20 or more students, it was hard to help everyone at once. I soon learned that I couldn't help everyone at once, and that was completely okay. In the classroom, we worked on all types of assignments, such as reading and answering questions, doing experiments, of course, and even some outdoor activities. Students also participated in a poster session. I helped the students with the research experiment and the written component of the poster board. As a biology major student at Quinnipiac, I was able to use my knowledge to help the students out. A lot of the information they were learning was basic biological concepts, and over the years, a lot of the same biological concepts were reinforced either in lab or lecture. Their poster is a little different from ours in terms of context, but there were many similarities such as abstract, hypothesis, list of materials, procedure, data analysis, and conclusion. The students had to prepare an oral presentation as well, which is something I've practiced my time at QU. The science posters were presented at their school science fair and at the New Haven Science Fair as well. An exciting moment I witnessed was when the students presented their poster at their school's fair. Everyone was relieved and full of joy. I was really proud of them because they had put a lot of work. My role as a science mentor has really enforced certain life decisions. In May, I will be graduating, and based on my wonderful experience at the middle school, I want to continue to work with children. I have also decided that I will be a returning camp counselor at the Y this summer. Dr. Seuss once said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose." I feel like this quote embodies my journey with the students. Students felt the challenges of school, but I reminded them anything is possible, and perseverance goes a long way. Just like the students, I will continue to go to school to accomplish my dream to become a pediatric nurse. hoping to make the smallest difference in a child's life.